Hello everybody and welcome to this exciting conversation. Today we have a special guest who has worn many hats in the world of entertainment. He has been the voice that kept you company on the long drive as an RJ, hosted events that kept the audience captivated and engaged as an MC, entertained you in the front of a camera as a VJ and even graced the screen as an actor. So please join me in welcoming the incredibly talented Mr. Anurag. Let's dive into his fascinating journey. Welcome, sir.
Hi, thank you.
How did you get first into MC? Can you talk about the first event you ever MC'd and how did it go and what did you learn from the experience?
So my first event was something that happened by mistake, which means I was into dancing. I was into professional dancing, so I was a part of a team called as Ocean Kids. So while we were on a show, there was supposed to be an MC for the show, but the MC didn't turn up. Okay, so how I got into MCing is a story. It was not supposed to be a show for me which I could take up as an MC. I was into professional dancing, so I was dancing with Ocean Kids. So while we were on a show, there was supposed to be an MC and the MC didn't turn up. So while the MC wasn't there, I was supposed to be dancing, but my sir knew that I could talk a little bit. So then he asked me if I could just handle the show because the MC isn't there. So that's my first show. I danced and I also hosted the show. So that's how I got into MCing. And after that, then a couple of people who saw me do that, like my friend wanted an MC for his sister's wedding. So he said, why don't you take it up? So I started there and someone else saw me there. So this is how I started the journey, and then so it went on.
What do you think makes a successful VJ? Is it just a personality or more to it?
MC and VJ both sound the same, but they are two different things. But to be a successful VJ, so now MC and VJ are on the same similar lines, but they are two different things. But to be a successful VJ or to be a successful MC, primary thing is you should know to make sentences, which is create words, create sentences that people would love to listen to. So you should have that ability to go on with that and keep the audience hooked, glued. Also, you should be updated about certain things, at least the basic general knowledge that you need to have, or the current affairs, or what's going on around, the trend, and all of that. So this is what makes you a successful VJ. If you can strike a conversation, if you can keep hold of that conversation, and if you can keep glued to somebody listening to you, then I think that is what makes you successful.
How do you handle unexpected situations on stage like technical issues or crowd issues? And how did you handle an event as an MC where the audience reaction was completely different from what you expected?
To answer this question, I have a lot of people who come to me and ask, how can I be an MC, or can I train them, or can they look for training elsewhere to be an MC? So for me, being an MC or VJ is anybody can talk. Anybody can talk for hours together, okay, and they can make you sit and listen to you. But to be an MC, you should be able to handle situations. I feel an MC is required on a stage to handle situations where there are difficulties, especially technical. So when there are technical difficulties, there are times when the mics have gone off. But an MC should be ready to stand in the center of the stage and talk without a mic. So I have done it a couple of times. So this is very important, that is being alert on stage, looking at what's happening around and ready to get into action at any point of time and create something nice, create something beautiful, create something which can give an experience to the people. And in terms of the crowd reaction, first initial 10 to 15 minutes you do not know what the crowd is, how the crowd is, who the crowd is. So you will have to try out different things to get into their line. So if the crowd is reacting in a different way, then I feel you should try to get into that zone, or you should try to get them into your track, your route, and then go along with it. So there's never a time when the crowd has gone off for me, because if the crowd is going off, I go with them and I try to bring them back with me, and that's why an MC is required for the show. That's very important.
As an MC, how important is improvisation? Can you share a time when you had to improvise on spot?
So as an MC, improvisation is very important. That is what I was saying. So every moment is new. Now, I do a lot of weddings. So the thing is that it is wedding each and every day for me. But the bride and the groom, the family or the crowd, the friends or whoever is attending is not the same. The condition is not the same. the language is not the same, the approach is not the same. Some like comedy, some don't like comedy, some like fun, some like to be serious, some do not want a lot of talking, some wanted to keep it subtle, some want a lot of action, energy. So that is the job of an MC, to get better every day, to look into new things and bring in some new expertise into it and create experiences.
What advice would you give for someone who's looking to become an RJ like you?
Okay, so I was an RJ from 2013 to 2016 in Red FM, and also I was an RJ in Dubai as well. So to get into RJing, the first thing, maybe I would tend to start from the scratch. One is to improvise your language skills. If you want to start your journey in English, then you need to be proficient in English in such a way that you can create stories in the language. So to talk in a language, you need to think in that language. So if you can think in a language, that is when words flow out very easily from your mouth and you can talk whatever you want. So when I am talking in English, my mind is thinking in English, and that's why I only get English words and English sentences. So when I'm thinking about Tulu or talking Tulu, there's Tulu in my mind. So when there's Kannada, Kannada in my mind. So you need to read a lot of newspapers, because that's where you get new words, you get pronunciations, you get spellings, you get to know how to use, where to use. What is the usage of words is you need to learn primarily. Second thing is your language flow, the way you speak, the tone that you create is very important. To be commanding, to be grabbing people's attention is very, very important. And also there is something called as presentability. Now when you look into my pictures, I look into the details of the clothing as well. So how you look is the first thing, how people take you. So when they look at you, if they find something attractive in you, then they will be, of course, attracted towards what you speak and what you perform. So language is first, words are second. Read newspapers. Yes, news channels are there, so you can, I don't know how they can help, but there are certain serious news channels that you can watch and listen to the words usage, the tone, the language they use, the whole way of convincing you with their words is what you can learn from them. And being active, being energetic, ready to jump into any situation, and being calm when the mic is on is very important, because what you speak on the mic is not just listened by one person, it's transmitted to a lot of people. So the whole way of being aware, sensibility that you have is very important. That's it. And then it is loving what you do. If you love what you're doing, I think it's a cakewalk for anyone to be an RJ or a VJ or an MC or an anchor.
What kind of a roles are you most excited to take on in the future?
So I have acted as well. So I've acted in Barsa, Tulu film, and Aremarlir, Arjun Amrita, Premam Pujam, a Kannada film, and another film yet to release is Kambila. The shooting is over. So all these movies that I have taken up, it has given me an experience. It has given me joy in doing those roles. It is not being an actor. It is not being the hero. It is not being the lead role. It is not being the main character. It is being a part of the story, and you're an important part of the story. That is a role that cannot be cut off from the scene. So that is what is I look for. So hopefully, if there are such roles where I get pleasure, I get joy in doing it, then I'm ready to do such roles. I would like to thank the institution, Nete Institute of Communication, NICO, for bringing such, creating such platforms for students where they're trained very early and they're ready when they're out of the college to face the camera and face the audience and give a lot of good content to the society. So to all the students who are watching it, all the best. And yes, thank you, Pranita, for bringing me in the show. The pleasure is mine.
Well, that brings us to the end of our conversation. I want to give a big thank you to Mr. Anurag for sharing such a valuable insight and taking time to join us. To a wonderful audience, thank you for tuning in and being a part of our interview. Do like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel, and we hope you enjoyed this conversation as much as we did. Until next time, stay tuned and take care.